Hi guys. How amazing are His ways? Revelations is not just a book in the Bible. God sent me one last night as I was helping second shift out. It was like a flood of information or puzzle pieces being put in their proper place. And this is what He revealed to me. The reason He always kept us from becoming acquaintances at work is because up close you actually don't look like my friend's brother, and He needed you to stay that distance to give me the illusion that you did, because that's how He put you on my radar. From a distance, you do, from top to bottom, you guys are identical, but you actually look like a friend of mine from my late teens. We actually met at work as well. Eventually became friends, and he wasn't the best of influences on me. The first time I ever got drunk or got high was with him. We became very close, and we're good friends until he stole from me, and we kind of drifted apart. After several years, I ran into him where we used to work together at a grocery store, and God used that as an opportunity for me to bury the hatchet with him, and turned out to be my final goodbye to him. We made amends and hugged and went our separate ways. And there was something, for a second, something tugged at me to turn around and call him back. But I ignored it. And that would later leave a dark cloud over me and an immeasurable guilt on my shoulders. Because a month later, I ran into somebody we used to work together with, and she told me he was gone. It didn't sink in at first, and I just kept thinking, if only I had followed that little tug that day, I might have seen how far he had fallen and tried to help. Alcohol had taken over his life, and it also ended it. At the time, I used to always look at the obituaries, and I don't know how I missed his, because I went back and looked, and it was there. I think that God blinded me to it so that I wouldn't see it, because He knew if I had seen it, and I went and saw my friend laying there in the casket, I would have thrown in the proverbial towel. He also knew that I was needed in the future, so He protected me. The day I found out that he had been killed, I went home and sat on the edge of my bed, full of this pain and guilt. I failed my friend. I kept thinking that I didn't deserve to live, but I didn't want to end it. I was a lukewarm Christian, but I still knew that suicide was a no-no. So I sat there and I prayed this monsoon of tears, begging Him to swoop in and save me. And then I felt this mighty presence and a hand on my shoulder. And this presence was bigger than the building, but it was small enough to be right beside me, if that makes sense. It didn't scare me, it calmed me down, but I didn't dare look around to see what it was. And I ended up going to Walmart after that, and that's actually where I saw that little foot with the quote from the Footprints poem. I snatched it up as a reminder to myself of all that had just happened. There are little things here and there that I've left out, but long story short, God not only used you to get to me, but He used you to heal that old wound that I had thought was long gone, to lift that guilt up off of me. Because I had that same little tug with Mitch, despite not knowing him yet. That tug led me to give him that little foot and to send that first text on April 12th. And here we are, full circle. God bless you both. I love you. Till next time.